Please. Venerable Acharya Dhammapala Guruji, basically from Bangalore, has a strong academic background in agriculture and a PhD in physiology. Leaving behind worldly ambitions, he dedicated his life to meditation and devoted himself to spiritual practice. Now residing in Nepal, he is the founder of the Center for Right View Meditations, guiding seekers toward inner peace and balanced living through simple and practical teachings. His retreats offers a space for mindfulness, self-reflection, and mental clarity. So, Guruji, over to you. I would like to know, and we would like to know more about how space for mindfulness, the techniques and all that you have created for human beings.
Fine. Thank you. So, for your beautiful introduction. So, first let
Thank
us
you.
see what is this mindfulness, and then we will see how to practice mindfulness, and then how in our retreats we train our participants to become skillful in this mindfulness, and then later we will see the benefits of this mindfulness training and how we can apply these mindfulness techniques in our day-to-day life to achieve, of course, the mental health, physical health, and also efficiency in our work, communication skills. Hmm. So many virtues, so many things, so many skills also we can achieve from this mindfulness training. And of course, there are so many spiritual masters, there are psychologists, so many people, they have their own ways of dealing with the mind,
Yes.
fixing the these psychological issues or this mental stress, anxiety, worries, fears, so many kinds of psychological issues. Now, the people say there are more number of psychological issues than these physical health issues. That is,
Mhm.
the psychological problems they have overtaken the physical health problems. So the core reason is, of course, not understanding mm, the functioning of the mind, the working of the mind. And if you in mindfulness training, that's what is required. One should understand the working of the mind, how the mind functions, the different faculties of the mind. And then you should learn to realize, should learn to discover the
Mhm.
negativities and also the positivities of the mind, the defilements and also the strengths of the mind, the friends and the enemies which are very much there in our mind, that you have to discover. And in this mindfulness training, all this discovery about the mind, about the friends and enemies of the mind, that is possible. In addition to that, the cultivation, the growth, the development in the form of stillness of the mind, in the form of balancing of the mind, form of purification of the mind, these things also will automatically follow. So that is the importance of this mindfulness retreats. And what
Okay, I
exactly
would
is
like to.
mindfulness?
I would like to know that purifying the mind truly mean. Can you explain this in very simple word?
Hmm. So purification means like removing whatever is not required, the stains, the dirt. That is actually purification, right? So in the mind also there are so many dirts and stains, like our anger, like our hatred, like our delusion, or dullness, or our greed or attachment, hmm, jealousy, possessiveness. All these things are the defilements of the mind. So once
See,
you
being
start,
as a human
yeah,
being, we are actually when we are in in family, yeah, in day-to-day life, we always
you have
get
to
these
have all
kind
these
of
defilements. Yeah,
emotions. These are all
these are the,
emotions. We
yeah.
go through
Actually, there
it.
are some positive emotions also. There is no shortcut actually.
Okay.
So you have to understand the negative emotions and you have to fix them with your positive emotions like loving kindness, like compassion. like
Right.
this concern, caring mind. All these things one has to cultivate. There is no shortcut.
But
Otherwise,
when the
these defilements will overtake.
outside environment is so difficult to live, because if we will purify ourselves, then how can we handle the world? So
You can
I
handle the world with your positive mental factors like compassion, loving kindness. Is it not the way you handle the children, your own kids? So you
but
have to
who are
handle. Of
all in
course, you
front
can't.
of us, they are not that if they are not pure, if we are giving that much of love and care, and we are getting back something else, so that is painful. Then how can we handle this?
Correct.
Just be
So we have to.
by purifying us.
Yeah, of course. There is again a step-by-step training. As I used to say, there are four faculties in the mind. These
Mm-hmm.
four faculties. So overnight you can't handle all your defilements. It's again a skillful process. So the mindfulness training of the different these right view meditations, mindfulness techniques, it will help you to understand all these four faculties of the mind. And slowly you substitute the negative emotions with the positive emotions. When you realize the power of positive emotions,
Mm-hmm.
then automatically you lose interest in your negative emotions. You don't react with your negative emotions like anger or hatred. See, for why we become angry? Because we want to fix someone. So
Mm-hmm.
it will bounce back. It will come back to us. If you show anger, then they will also show anger. These negative emotions, they are highly infectious. If you show concern, they will also show concern sooner or later.
Right.
Hmm. So Buddha talks about four very powerful, these wholesome emotions.
Mm-hmm.
They are called metta, karuna, mudita, upeka. And once you understand these four wholesome emotions as a package and you start cultivating them, then most of our negative emotions they can be dissolved. And you can see without reacting, without becoming angry for some situation, you can handle it with more equanimity, with more compassion, more successfully, more efficiently. You can fix the situation. It is possible. It's highly possible. All successful people they have this kind of equanimity or balanced mind. All successful people. You just observe the people around you. Those who are succeeding in whatever they are doing in their profession or in their business, they have to be patient. They have to be balanced. They have to be equanimous. They have to be aware. They have to be like say quite compassionate also. Then only they succeed. They have to be have some confidence also. So that's what I was telling you. There are four faculties. One is the awareness faculty of the mind. One is this feeling or the compassion or this emotional faculty of the mind. The other one is the confidence faculty of the mind. And
Okay.
one more is your analyzing faculty. What is right, what is wrong, what is beneficial, what is not beneficial. The true, the knowledge, the analytical intelligence. Hmm. So these are
So
the four
I
faculties,
request
and
you,
all these
Guruji.
techniques,
Mm-hmm.
mindfulness techniques, and these right view meditations. So they help us to understand these four faculties and develop them positively. So in that process, automatically, this kind of reactive mind, hmm, it will take backseat. It will start dissolving, and you become more open, more clear, more creative, more skillful, and of course, more compassionate, more confident also. So that is the approach of this mindfulness training.
So I would like to know that why people feel restless and unhappy so often today, because this mindfulness is not there. Is that right?
Exactly. That's what is the like say main reason. One of the main reasons, not one of that, is the core reason. So we are not mindful. We are not rightly mindful.
So when
With
you
some
say
greed also,
mindful,
with
uh,
some greed also, you can be mindful. Like a thief. So he's so greedy of like say stealing something. So then he has to be very mindful. And with some hatred also, when you hate someone, then you will be very attentive about your enemy. That is also a kind of mindfulness. But there is something called right mindful.
right.
So in the right mindfulness, all these techniques that we are going to teach in our retreats. So when you're doing something, objective awareness. equanimous awareness. That once you start developing, then the mind will become very, very balanced. It will not be carried away with your anger or hatred, wanting or hating, too much wanting, too much hating. That is what is the main reason for our reacting mind. We unnecessarily react because of this too much wanting or too much resisting, hating. But when you have equanimity, you accept when you are supposed to accept. When you just resist or keep it away, or just step back when you want to step back, that kind of skillfulness of the mind, when to indulge, when to take back, or when to step back, that all that ability one will get when you learn this art of being in the present moment in an objective way, with some balanced mind, with some equanimous mind. And that's what is the training in these retreats. So how to
So,
learn
mhm,
being in the present moment without getting carried away, without involving in this uh, present objects. Like say, let us say you are listening to some sound. If there is some irritating sound, like some traffic sound and all, then if you start reacting it, you start hating it, then actually it will aggravate. That
correct.
irritation will aggravate. When you become equanimous, you just observe the sound as a sound. Then its
Right.
impact on our mind, it will not be much. It will not aggravate.
I agree.
That noting the sound as a sound, taste as a taste, sensation as a sensation, bodily feeling as a bodily feeling, a thought as a thought, an emotion as an emotion. That's what is the key to achieve this power of the mind, strength of the mind, equanimity of the mind, non reactiveness of the mind. Then, once
Guruji,
your mind is in that non reactive, observing state, then you can handle the situation in a very skillful way.
Guruji, I
Then you
have a
get carried
question. It
away in
just
some
came to my
reaction.
mind. I'm sorry to interrupt. So,
Yeah.
it just came to my mind. So, a lot of people are, facing a lot of physical problem as well nowadays. The way everything is not pure, eating, whatever we are eating. Cancer is very common nowadays and all that. Yeah, any health problem. So, is mindfulness going to help in physically all this, whatever we are facing as well?
In two ways, it will help. One is, see, when you are mindful, then you are mindful of the impact of this kind of food that will create in our body. Let us say when you are taking some kind of very spicy food
Mm-hmm.
out of greed, thinking that this spicy food it gives me a lot of joy, a lot of thrill, a lot of pleasure. But when you are
Mm-hmm.
mindful, you will be aware that how much it is creating some unpleasant sensations also in the body. Then automatically you can keep away. So it is producing a lot of unpleasantness. So out of some kind of
Awareness
awareness,
that
yeah, when you become
awareness
more and
that
more
will
aware,
create,
that will create
right.
skillfulness of what to entertain, what to keep away. That is
But
one thing.
I have a doubt the way you said just before this discussion that we will be in present situation and it's like now situation. So example, if I'm getting a pain in my knee, so just be in pain, is it the being now? Then I'm in already in a pain. Then how can I accept that pain? Because it's a body pain. So how is it going to help me?
Actually, this in this mindfulness training, when you learn this art of observing the pain as pain, then actually the intensity of the pain will reduce because none of these unpleasant feelings in the body, whether it is pain or like say the pressure or tightness or hardness, it will not remain for a long time. You realize that everything is changing, just like say when you observe the sounds. So the sounds are changing, right? The same way the sensations in the body, the unpleasant sensations in the body, even the pains also, it will not remain all the time, isn't it? So that is one realization you will get when you become more and more mindful. The second realization is when we are observing the pain as pain, then the pain will not aggravate. When we
Okay,
react to the pain, then the pain will aggravate. The way I was telling about the sound, when you observe the
right.
irritating sound And when you react to this irritating sound, oh, how nonsense it is, how irritating it is, then that irritation will aggravate. The same thing with the pain also. When you react to
Mm-hmm.
the pain will aggravate.
So we
When
spoke
you
about
learn
the
how to observe the
physical
pain
pain.
as pain, even with the physical pain or even with the mental pain also, when you become little more skillful in mindfulness and this
Mm-hmm.
right awareness, can observe the mental pain also as a objectively, the mental pain as mental pain. Even that mental
So
pain, it will lose its strength
so
with
everything
this
is in
proper
our mind
observation.
basically. So the
Everything
way
is in
we
our mind.
train our mind, it will work accordingly, right?
Exactly.
So
Very good. You got it.
be it mental, anything we can do, we just have to train our mind accordingly,
Yes.
right?
This
So
non-reactive
Guruji,
observation is mindfulness. So you should train your mind how to observe the things without getting carried away.
mm-hmm,
Without like say getting carried away. What I mean, like simply hating it or simply liking it so much, getting carried away by that means like you get attached to it when you start liking it too much. When you start hating it, then again that very hateful thoughts it will aggravate, and that
uh,
is what is actually getting carried away. So when you step back and observe the things as they are, then they will lose their strength. Then you will be peaceful.
Guruji, I'll just go a
Then
little off the topic here. I wanted to know more about you. What actually made you were in Bangalore, your academics is like so good, and what made you move from here to there, and what made you, I mean, what you learned over there, and in Buddhism especially, what made you
yeah.
go staying in Nepal? So we would like to know more about it,
So
please.
like any other, yeah, I understood your question. And so like any other human being, no, it's like the quest for happiness, superior happiness, the quest for truth. That is the trigger. That is the motivation for all these adventures like that I'm into now. So I was here with so many other masters and learned so many techniques, but still this much is not enough. Something superior I have to find out, discover. So in that way, then I went to different Buddhist countries and started learning some of these mindfulness techniques. Then, then we designed all these different techniques into a kind of package, residential, non-residential, online classes and all. Then in this Himalayas, it's like a huge meditation retreat center. You see the Himalayas, uh,
You have a center in Pokhara, right?
a small center. Yeah, I have in Pokhara.
Okay.
So because of that seclusion also, that is one of the reasons why I preferred this place. And many people they're experimenting here. Many yogis from time immemorial they're experimenting. Mm, as you
Mhm.
said now, just now. So mind is everything is in the mind. Mano pubbangama dhamma. That's what Buddha says. Everything arises in the mind. So when you start discovering your own mental dimensions, mental factors, mm, uh, then you will understand what is happiness, what is suffering, how the mind and body are related. Just now we discussed each and every thought in the mind, it will produce a chemical. If the thought is good, then it will produce a good chemical, like let us say uh, dopamine, let us say, then it will give more happiness. When there is some stress,
Right,
then it will produce some stress hormones like this cortisol, and it will produce more unpleasant sensations in the body.
right,
So, in that way, everything is in the mind. Your mental health will affect your physical health. So when there is lot of worrisomeness, lot of stress, then it will affect your digestive system, your heartbeat, your nervous system also. Then you end up in some physical health issues also.
mm-hmm.
Isn't it? Nowadays, everybody they know it very well. Of course, from time immemorial, people know that if there is some disturbance in the mind, it will affect the body also.
Right,
Especially the internal
absolutely.
systems, they listen to the mind because directly these chemicals they will affect your hormonal system, your endocrine system,
All the
and it will affect
information
you.
goes from here to there, everywhere.
Yes,
So
yeah.
this is important.
Everything goes from here to there. Of course, the reverse order is also there. When there
Is
is
it?
some intense pain or somewhere, then the mind gets affected.
Mm-hmm.
But handling the mind is actually, if you're skillful, it is easy, and thereby you can handle the body. Mind is several times more subtle, more superior than body. So when you learn how to handle the mind, then definitely you learn how to handle the body also. So in that way, that's why these modern day diseases, most of the physical health diseases also, they are psychosomatic diseases, the
Mm-hmm.
mind-induced body diseases. You know, psycho means mind, soma means
Yes.
somatic means like body. So mind-induced body disease, most of them, whatever disease you just tell me, I can say how it is related to the mind. Hmm. So because of that reason, when you learn these mindfulness techniques, then this is our approach. This is what we are promoting and we are
Is it spiritual?
propagating.
Is it called spiritual?
We
What is
definitely
spirituality otherwise? I mean, it just
spirituality
a
which is not materialistic. That is spirituality. Mm. We
okay.
can see this body, right? We can see the
Mm-hmm.
body. So this is physical, and we can't see the energy system or the mind influence. The mind we can't see with our eyes. We can't see, right?
Right,
So
right.
that which is actually very much there and which is affecting the body, that is spirit. In some religions, they call spirit as both mind and also the soul. But Buddha, he will talk only about the mind. For
Okay,
Buddhists or those who follow the Buddha's teachings, for them, spiritualism means the knowledge about the science of the mind,
right,
the functionalities of the mind. So in that
right.
way, this knowledge is definitely spiritual. But for some people, mind is actually an obstruction to realize the soul. In that way, there are different theories, different beliefs in different religions. But let us not go into those things. It's like it's not our topic. So we are focusing on this mindfulness and the mental health, and you have to understand about the mind. So for that, mindfulness is one powerful approach. That's what is our concern and our like say our path. Our
Okay,
path is the mind-centered path. It's also called the middle path.
right,
Mm. So why it's called middle path? So some, let's say some materialists, they are bothered about only the body, and the
right.
so-called these God-centered or soul-centered people, they are bothered about God and the soul. But in this middle path, we are bothered about handling the mind, understanding the mind through these mindfulness techniques, so that you can handle body also in an authoritative way, and you can understand after this body the future lives, the next the rebirths and all, we can understand, because it is again all this knowledge, it is very much embedded in the mind itself. So that is the
Okay.
reason why Buddha emphasizes on knowing the mind, understanding the mind, purifying the mind, liberating the mind. In that process, you will take care of your body also, and you will understand about the birth after you give up this body. That knowledge also you will realize.
So, what
So
are the
in our workshops,
main
yeah,
causes of negativity in the mind?
because of ignorance, Buddha says avidya pachaya sankara. It's all because
Mm-hmm.
of ignorance. From this
Okay,
ignorance only you cultivate or you develop all these defilements in the mind. Mm. So once you understand these defilements, this attachment to the defilements is ignorantly we are attached to these defilements, thinking it gives us pleasure. As you are asking, sometime back you are asking.
okay.
So we can't give up our anger because we have to live in the world. Why that kind of
Right, right.
perception you have? Why that kind of knowledge you have? You think that by having anger, I can handle the world. That is what is ignorance.
Mm-hmm. Right,
So without anger also, with compassion also, we can handle the world, we can handle the people, can handle ourselves. That is in a way a kind of antidote to the ignorance that we have. Hmm? That means the
right.
knowledge. In that way, Buddha gives the four noble truths. The essence of these four noble truths is attachment, wanting, holding on to the things.
Listen to Apple
That is the
Music.
cause of
Go to the
suffering.
Alexa mobile app and link your account. I've sent the details to your Alexa app.
Sorry, we can
Yeah.
continue.
Okay. So attachment is the cause of suffering, and letting go, your ability to just step back from this trap of attachment. If that skillfulness, if you start developing, then automatically you are into this path of happiness. If you are into this holding on business, attachment business, then you are into this path of suffering. When you learn this art of stepping back,
Detachment.
and by stepping back, detached or stepping back, then automatically you develop the wisdom of handling the situation, handling people, handling the body, handling the bodily requirements, or the others' requirements. In that process of stepping back or detaching or unattaching, instead of detaching, let us say unattaching. Detaching seems to be a negative word for the worldly people. Unattaching is like stepping back. So, in
Okay.
that process, you will learn all the skills, all the wisdom you develop of handling yourself, handling others, knowing the mind, fixing the defilements, everything you learn. So, that is the essence of Four Noble Truths. That is the very powerful knowledge, actually. Of course, though
Right.
it was discovered by Buddha, now somehow it's not very much seen in our education system, or even in our spiritual education system also in India.
And the way, I just wanted to interrupt here. I'm sorry. The way you said it has to be in an educational system. So the way the world is changing, so many things we are thinking that example that this board and that board that it has to be a free education. So this part, if we can handle our mind in every school from the starting, that will be a beautiful world, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what, yeah, we are trying to, like, say, uh, uh, promote, or just to influence the influencers, how these things can be, like, say, taught in the in our schools and colleges. And we are also working on that. We are
An
teaching
education
and
system
studying these
basically
techniques in our
that
colleges.
from the starting when the child is like kind of reacting for something, from that part only, when we just mold the child in a such a manner that mindfulness we will create, create from that age, it is going to be really really good. Because after hearing you, so in after coming to one certain age, we are like attending retreat and all that, which is great, which we have missed out. We should do it right now, right? But I mean, if we want to help the human being, that society, so why not from that age, when they are
Definitely.
going to the
We
school,
should.
this will be the very beautiful thing to start off.
Yeah, in some schools, I don't know, in India, in UK, and in UK, in some so many schools, even in the secondary schools, they have made it mandatory, compulsory. Mindfulness is training is compulsory. It is one of the subjects in many schools curriculum. Mindfulness is
I
one of the
really
subjects.
wish anyone should say, our Modi ji to, get
To
into
take
this
up this
mindfulness
seriously,
in
yeah.
each and every school. This will be really beautiful thing, because we are not talking about any religion. So when it is a
We are
religion
not talking about
basis,
anything, yeah.
yes, it is in a
It's
religion basis.
non-sectarian. Yeah.
I do understand, how it happens. But when it is, we are teaching about only mind, how we can handle our mind, the person who is a child today, and who he or she doesn't know the world. How, I mean, the way my first question was that if I will be mindfulness and what I'm doing, I really know, and my reaction will be more particular what I'm doing it. So the front person, if he's reacting, it is bit difficult. If you think that if both the person is mindfulness, the world is so beautiful, then it is going to
Absolutely,
be really
definitely.
beautiful.
Of course, one has to start with oneself, right? Mm. So first, that's how automatically other person also will start appreciating, understanding the beauty of mindfulness. And as you said, of course, if it is taught in the schools and all, then simultaneously we can teach this mindfulness for everyone. Hmm. Then it will be more effective, more efficient way. For that, of course, we have to produce so many teachers in this. For that, so many people they have to learn first these
First, they
techniques.
should come to retreat and they should
First, they
experience
should learn,
first.
like yeah, first they should
After
learn by attending the
experiencing, then
retreats.
you never know. It's just that in our mind, and we will create it tomorrow. In schools, also, it'll be
Very good.
there.
I appreciate the way you have grasped this and understood the importance of this. Mm. Uh, so in that way, so mindfulness again, it's not an easy thing. Uh, just of course, we can visualize the benefits of this, but to practice this and to learn this and again to teach this, we definitely require committed people. Mm.
Absolutely.
And it will work wonders. It will, like say, the results will be here and now. We can see the results. It's called akaliko. Here, ehipasiko. Here and now, you can experience the results. I have seen many people, many youngsters who are into this. Of course, their parents they started, and once the parents started, the children also when they start learning this, within 1 or 2 years, there's complete change in their approach towards life, towards happiness, towards success, towards peace, towards the balance, towards
Hmm.
patience, towards skillfulness, towards intelligence. There is a complete change in their
Right.
understanding, their approach to handle life. And of course, as you said, if it is taught in the uh, institutions, educational institutions, we are working on that in so many institutions here also in Nepal and in some major cities in India. We are working on that. But as you said, first, some of some of the interested people like you, the influencers, they should learn and they should, of course, they will have that eloquence or that articulation skills. Then they can teach in the institutions, in the schools, colleges, and slowly we can influence the management of the institutions, the policy makers, to make it one mandatory or compulsory
Right.
subject in their schools or colleges. So it should go in
Right.
that step by step manner. In
Absolutely.
Maharashtra and
And
all, I came to
mhm.
know they introduced this system. Some Anapana, it's called the breath meditation, observing the breaths, being mindful of the breaths,
Mhm.
the in breaths and out breaths, observing them as they are. It's called Anapana meditation. Or in English,
Okay.
you can translate it into, in English, we can say in breath, out breath meditation. So
Okay.
when you are observing this in breaths and out breaths, the mind gets still, that the stilling of the mind happens. Then from
Hmm.
that still mind, all these beautiful virtues, the compassion,
Hmm.
awareness, mm, uh, non-reactiveness, confidence, intelligence, all these other factors, the positive factors of the mind, they start blooming. So in that in the government, the Maharashtra government, sometime back, they made it one policy kind of thing. So in all the schools, the Anapana should be introduced. And in Delhi also, in Delhi, many schools they have introduced this breath meditation as compulsory meditation that the children should practice. Of course, in so many institutions, we also introduced this Anapana. And there's something called mind-body coordination movements when the
Hmm.
child learns how to coordinate the mind and the body along with the breath. Then again, it's one kind of mindfulness. The mind always
Right.
jumps to the future, to the past, with some irritation, with some greed, or with some jealousy. But the body always remains here and now in this present moment. When the
In
mind
that
learns how
way,
to be with the body, then automatically mind will be in the present moment. And it's called mind breath body coordination moments. So that also we are teaching in different institutions. That we teach in our retreats also, so that the
okay.
people can learn and they can benefit for themselves also, and they can help others. And
What is the age criteria for your retreats,
for
Guruji?
these retreats, 15 years mm,
Above.
uh, above, they have to uh, apply for this because this retreat is designed for adults. Like it's not for the
Okay.
uh,
Kids.
kids
So
or the
it can be
adolescents.
molded, it can be molded for kids as well in future.
Yeah, of course, definitely, definitely. Even for the infants, we can teach this mindfulness.
So why
It's
I
possible.
asked you, because if when we are talking about school, so I'll try my level best how I can take it ahead. So in school, how we can introduce, so the techniques and all that, it should be kids friendly. So that is why
Mm,
I asked you. Yes.
of course. Mm. See, actually, the kids enjoy this mindfulness better than these adults. Adults, their minds are full of lot of
Right.
confusion, lot
Right.
of friction in some opposite thoughts. For them, it is difficult to teach. For kids, it is easy. Mm.
Right.
The simple
And
minds, they grasp the beauty of this quickly and they can practice this easily. And they enjoy the sound meditation and all. I have seen many kids, they like it, they appreciate it, and they enjoy it. They can be easily tuned to this mindfulness. That's a
okay.
beautiful, like say, the thought that has come in your mind. Somehow this should be taught to the youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, if some of you take that initiative, then we are with you. So we can learn these things skillfully, and you can design according to the need of
Absolutely.
the children, and you can
Children.
teach. Yeah,
Absolutely. So I believe always whenever you think something, you have to program in your mind, and then it comes in a picture. So without creating that
visualization. Yeah.
scene, yes, without creating that scene, it doesn't happen at all. So it is very, very important. You have to train your mind in that way, that then only the actual that creation will come in front of you. So it is important. Definitely, I've already put together how we can just go ahead. I will look into this. So going ahead, I would like to know again, we will just come to the topic about the adult. So, how can someone heal from emotional pain and past experiences?
See, it's again, you see, past experiences. The mind is jumping, or mind is going back to some situation where you have some unpleasant or some experience that is not acceptable for you. You are resisting that. That means you are hating it.
Mm-hmm.
So again, your hatred towards something is taking you towards the past. It is taking your mind to the past. The same way, too much ambition about achieving in the future. Again, the mind will jump to the future.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, when you plan something, just to plan
Doesn't
that
happen. Mm.
I should go to Delhi, it doesn't take much time. Then after deciding that I should go to Delhi, just 1 second, one thought. Then rest is your preparation, your action, your work. You see, then you will be in the present moment, right? You have to earn
Right.
money, you have to book your ticket, and then you have to mm, arrange your, let's say, dress and the material, your luggage, baggage, everything. Then all those things are actions, are arrangements. There you have to be in the present moment. Future, you do not plan for hours and days and years and months. I have seen people, they are simply in this josh of, I have to plan for future, plan for future. They simply waste the entire life
Right.
thinking about planning for the future. Planning for the future, it is just one thought, that's all. The rest, that means even not even 1 second. The rest is action only. Action means you're in the present moment.
Right.
So in that way, being in the present moment, it is the door that will open to all kinds of success, all kinds of efficiency, all kinds of skillfulness, even to enlightenment also. Enlightenment is not there somewhere in the future. Enlightenment is in this very present moment.
Now,
If we can crack this very present moment, authoritatively you are enlightened.
this is the actual power of now.
That is the actual power of now. So the to get that actual power of now, mindfulness is the key. Mindfulness is the
Is
triumph.
important. Yes.
That
Yes.
is the
Right.
key. Yeah, that is the only
Absolutely.
way. It's not just
So,
important. That is the only way.
actually heal from emotional when you love someone and all that. When you are also in present. So you at that moment you're all the time it is difficult to stay in now, right? So in mindfulness, basically that will help us that always stay in now, and whatever has happened, it's happened. And acceptance. So
Correct.
acceptance
Coming
will
to your
come
question,
to the
yeah,
key.
how to let go whatever
Correct.
happened in the past, let it be, jane do. Abhi kya
Mhm.
karna hai? What I have to see now, what I have to do
Right.
now. Because that very present moment actions, present moment involvement, it gives you more thrill, more joy, or it has more attraction than this past thinking and worrying and this nonsense.
Right.
That you will realize when you go through this mindfulness training.
Oh, it's
In
really
mindfulness training,
amazing.
you realize the beauty of the present moment. It is not just the power of the present moment. You realize the beauty of the present moment also. Beauty, what I mean, the pleasure, the real joy, the happiness that you realize in the present actions, present moment. Then automatically letting go of the past, whatever it may be, becomes easy, right?
I think this is the reason that, you moved to Nepal, and you got actually the reason to stay, how to stay completely happy all the time, right?
Of course, even in India also I can be happy, but to go deep into this to explore the beauty of this being in the present moment. So I
No, you
wanted bit of
learned over there.
seclusion.
You learned over there. That is
Yeah,
why maybe, that you moved to Nepal, and after getting it, you can be happy anyway. That place doesn't matter.
correct,
So,
correct.
oh, then I should say all of them that who will
That's
be
why I
watching
was telling
this.
you, and you're also planning to visit Nepal July. No,
Right, right.
maybe deep
Yes.
inside this may be working. This kind of thinking process is going on in your mind
Oh,
also.
all the time,
That is
all
one
the
of the
time.
reasons
And
why maybe you're planning to go to Nepal.
oh, I told
Hmm?
you all my
Or maybe
experiences.
intuitively you might have got this that there is some attraction or in the Nepal or in these Himalayas to go inwards and explore more and more
Recently, I learned
the gems
actually
of
Reiki.
that.
Recently,
Huh?
I learned actually Reiki about energy and
Hmm.
all that. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't know, it worked for me after learning and all that, but it's not going to, it's not the end. I would like to know more about energy,
Of course,
mind,
of
much
course,
more.
of course. Hmm. So I went through all these many of these yogic sciences and many techniques from great masters. I'm grateful to them. I don't say that I it's waste of my time. But once I start learning this right mindfulness techniques, then
Hmm.
it's a leap. It's a leap of say it's a like say not just leap of faith. Uh, it's a leap in the wisdom also. It's a great leap in the wisdom also to discover
Right,
this the beauty of to discover the superior happiness. The superior happiness with this superior freedom and superior wisdom. So in that way, this is our approach. Now I have decided there is no need to bring in so many thousands of techniques are there.
right. Hmm.
Many of them, of course, I can't say all the techniques are thousands of techniques. Dozens of techniques I have experimented. Then I realized this objective approach, this right mindfulness approach. This is like one master key. Once you are into this approach, then automatically you can understand the beauty of other techniques also and the limitations of other techniques also. Mm.
Right.
Because of that reason, now we have taken this more seriously. That's what we teach in our retreats also. So it's not just the awareness faculty, the other three faculties also they support the awareness. If you work on the other three faculties, so we just introduce the techniques of all the four faculties directly
Right.
or indirectly. It will make you more mindful. It's not just these
That's right.
awareness techniques. So at least a few techniques just in these 2.5 days. I wanted our participants to experience and realize what I'm saying now. How this is an authoritative technique. And if you are into some other techniques, some other traditions, and if you are deriving all the peace, health, happiness, okay, go ahead. If it's something has clicked your temperament, your mindset, go ahead. So no
Hmm.
problem. But still, if you want to explore more, or if they are not working, then give a fair try to our approach also. That's what is our
Absolutely.
that's what is our
Absolutely.
suggestion.
Absolutely, Guruji. And thank you so very much for your time. And I'm really looking forward to see you in retreat soon. And I will
Very good.
request all of our viewers who would like to really experience mindfulness, they should enroll. And see you soon in Bangalore.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your comprehension of this in this just 1 hour, and the enthusiasm also I can see in your words to practice this, to learn this, and to again spread, promote this. I'm happy. So thank you very
I'm
much.
grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you so very much.
सुखी होंतु मंगल हो भवतु सब मंगलं रक्षन्तु सब देवता सब बुद्धानुभावेन धम्मानुभावेन संघानुभावेन सदा सत्ति भवन्तु. May all beings be happy and well. सुखी होंतु मंगल हो.
Thank you.